forthcoming Senate President on June 13, 2023, in a keenly contested election. He has done that countless times, including a thank you tour to the Senatorial District and an elaborate Thanksgiving service. But it was the first homecoming that saw Akpabio people unite across party and ethnic lines to receive their illustrious son, who has worked hard and supported by Providence to attain the enviable height of number 3 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This homecoming was like a return from the reverie as Akpabio people of all social ilk celebrated Akpabio with pomp and pageantry. The arrival of the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, at Victor Ota International Airport, Uyo, at sundown heralded a mood of conviviality not seen in Akpabio in almost 9 years. At the airport were a heavy presence of Akpabio state government, members of different political parties, people of varied ethnic nationalities, supporters and admirers of Godswill Akpabio, all coalescing into a rainbow coalition to welcome the President of the Senate to his home state. After the brief airport reception at the executive wing of the airport, the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, was driven in a long, interminable convoy to Akpabio State Government House. Akpabio was first received with a red carpet reception outside the ESCO chamber by Governor Umoino and others comprising members of the state ESCO and PDP chieftains before being escorted into the governor's office for a private audience with the governor. Governor Umoino later led the former governor to the ESCO chamber where the ESCO members and high-caliber political chieftains were waiting patiently with faces that foretold joy and happiness. At the ESCO chamber, where the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, was received in courtesy, he told Governor Umoino that he has a divine duty to unite Akpabio. He advised the governor not to make his father's enemy his enemy, charging him to unite the state across party and ethnic lines for its continued development and progress.
Please do not inherit the enemies of your father. Make your friends and your enemies by yourself. But I think elections are over, and we are now doing governance. So we must work together across party lines. So, Your Excellency, I enjoined you this evening to know that it is a major God's intervention and a duty given to you by God to unite the whole state. Let your actions bring unity to the state. When I was the governor, my deputy, of course, was from another tribe. My secretary to government was from another tribe. My commissioner of finance was from another tribe. My chief judge was from another tribe. The chairman of my party was from another tribe. Minister I appointed, at that time I nominated, was from another tribe. The Attorney General under my administration, Chief Asam, SN. I'm happy to see you are still working very strong. You say? Yeah, what did you say?
You were a very good governor.
Oh my God, I think. I liken the work of governance to that of a surgeon. A good surgeon must have 3 attributes. He must have the heart of a lion. He must have very steady hands for you to be a good surgeon. The third attribute is that you must have the eye of an eagle. On behalf of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on behalf of my dear wife and my children, I want to extend the goodwill and felicitations of the federal government of Nigeria to Governor Umoino. I want to assure you that if there is anything the National Assembly can do for any government, we will do so for you.
Your Excellency, I know you've been to the state several times. Of course, it's your home. But this is the first official visit of the distinguished Senate President to the seat of government. It is with deep respect, profound joy that we welcome you to home this evening. Our distinguished senators that have come with Senate President, and our son. We thank all of you and we welcome you to Akwa Ibom State. We want to thank the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for standing by you and supporting the decision of your colleagues that today Akwa Ibom has the #3 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Governor Moino pledged continued partnership with President Tinubu and the President of the Senate, adding that Akpabio's commitment to the unity and development of the state is enough to put Akwa Ibom on a high pedestal. At a gala night hosted by Governor Moino, immediately after the courtesy visit in honor of the Senate President and attended by a mammoth crowd, the need for unity, which is a precursor to peace and development, dominated the conversation.
To hold your hands. It was by the strength of your character and your determination to succeed that you fought, sought the support of your friends, and became President of the Senate. We are very proud of you. Your Excellency, the Senate President, this man has the character. He has the sense of responsibility. He has the love. He has the empathy to run a state at this stage of our development.
Thanking you for maintaining the structures that I've seen on ground, that your attitude determines your altitude. Hold on to your God. Hold on to your God and be a man of conviction. Do what your heart tells you, but be sincere about what you are doing.
Governor Moino, in his response, thanked the Senate President for obliging the state government with his visit. He said that Akwa Ibom is privileged to have a #3 citizen of the country as its son and called for the maximization of the exalted office for the betterment of the state. Umoino, who acknowledged Akpabio as a leader in the state and his political grandfather, made 3 separate requests, including Ibom Deep Sea Port, that are within the purview of the federal government, and called on the Senate President to facilitate their translations into reality.
Your Excellency, I wish we had a thermometer to test the temperature of Akwa Ibom tonight. You will understand that everyone is happy. Happy because you have come home to see your people and that we can receive you again in this banquet hall and this facility that God used your hands to build many, many years ago. I want to thank you for your decision to come for this courtesy visit, and we have just held this banquet in your honor. It is a tremendous privilege for me as a person to have the honor to host the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Excellency, is that you please help the federal government to partner with Akwa Ibom State on the Ibom Deep Sea Port. Is that Akwa Ibom is blessed with oil palm. It's one of the biggest around. Naturally, it just grows. We want to partner with the federal government to develop our oil palm plantation and to have industrial oil mill in this state. I know it's the kind of thing that will also bring employment and benefit our people. Finally, Your Excellency, we'd like to pay a thank you visit to Mr. President. Across party lines, we'd like to go thank him for standing by you and supporting you. We'd like to go as a state to show that appreciation.
The following day of May 4 was intriguing. With about 3 years to another election and a little less than a year in office, The people of Akwa Northwest, Ikot Senatorial District had set aside the day to thank the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, who represents them at the Red Chamber. According to the people of the Senatorial District, Akpabio has not only brought pride to them as a people, he has within the short period delivered quality and effective representation noticeable in appointments, employments, and attraction of infrastructure. The people are enthused by the fact that his representation cuts across the state, as witnessed in appointment he has facilitated and infrastructure he is attracting to the state. In view of these considerations, the people mandated the Minister of Petroleum Resources, Gas, Right Honorable Obong Ekperikpekpo, to make a public proclamation that come 2027, the seat of Akwa Northwest Senatorial District shall unanimously be ceded to Senator Godswill to return to the Red Chamber to continue his good works.
That come 2027, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio will have to be a single candidate, the only candidate to contest that seat in Akwa Northwest Senatorial District. Because it is a motion that is put right away. May I call on Honorable Dr. Patrick Umar to come and second that motion.
All protocols duly observed. I, Honorable Dr. Patrick Umar, representing the entire people of Ikot Ekpene, Esenudim, Oborokara Federal Constituency, in the 10th House of Representatives, I hereby second the motion, ably moved by Honorable Obong Ekperikpekpo, that His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio should go to the Senate in 2027 unopposed. I hereby second.
If that is the wishes of the people of Akwa Northwest Senatorial District, can I hear hi? If there is any dissenting voice, can I hear nay? The ayes have it. Congratulations, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio. God bless you.
The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Benjamin Kalu, thanked the people of Akwa Northwest Senatorial District for their plan to return Akpabio to the Senate, describing him as a jinx breaker and alluding to events to validate his assertion.
My big brother, my friend, I call you the jinx breaker. And you know why I call you the jinx breaker? We went to where Nigeria has not gotten a space for 53 years, the IPU. It was in Angola. And when we heard that Nigeria has not been given a space to be among the leaders of the Interparliamentary Union for 53 years, you and I decided that you are the most fitted for that position. Other African countries wanted it, but being the jeans breaker, you cracked it.
The Deputy Senate President, Jibrin Barau, lauded the decision of the people of the Senatorial District, describing the action as an embodiment of vision and foresight. Barau submitted that Ikot Ekpene Senatorial District would benefit substantially from the decision, noting that Akpabio has the clout and wherewithal to offer the people quality representation.
Because it's quite uncommon for someone to emerge as a senator in a state governed by a different party. But yet,
you decided to elect him. Your decision was divine. It was divine because when you elected him, he got his permutations right, guided by God. Went for an election to become the president of the Senate, and he won to become the president of the Senate. If you had not elected him, he wouldn't have become the president of the Senate. And besides that, he's doing very, very, very well, excellently well, as the president of the Senate.
The chairman of the event, who spoke earlier, had described Akpabio, drawing his attention to the fact that, as a star, he would be hated, but advised him to remain assiduous, focused, and seek the face of God at all times.
Our Senate president is a star, but a star has challenges. Whenever a star comes into the public space, the expectations of the people can be very high and huge. The star needs to work very hard. The star must be assiduous. The star must be focused. And the star must seek the help of the Lord to succeed and in order to meet the yearnings of the people. Again, the second issue, that problem that the star will have is that the star will have enemies. When Jesus was born as a star, Herod became an enemy and sought to destroy him. But thank God, and God delivered him, and he became the Messiah. And so as I close these very short remarks, I'd like to say that it's great that we celebrate the Senate president today, but it would be fantastic that we all pray for him. Pray every day. Your Excellency, the Senate President, that prayer group that started with 9 is now hundreds of people. I can assure you that we will continue to pray for you. You will not fail. You will excel. And you will make us proud as our son.
The managing director of NDDC, Dr. Samuel Oboku, said that Akpabio does not only represent Ikot-Ekpene Senatorial District, but the entire South. He thanked the people for the decision they have taken and enjoined them to join hands to return him to the Senate in 2027.
I also want to use this opportunity to thank the people of Akwa Ibom State. You have only taught us one lesson, that politics cannot define us, but it is our characteristics that will define the kind of politics we play. Today, you people have shown the people of Nigeria that there is unity in diversity.
Governor Moino, even though did not delve into the endorsement saga since he may have seen it as an APC matter, said the state values Akpabio and appreciates what God has done in his life, adding that against the popular aphorism that a prophet has no honor in his home, this one has. Governor Eno, who became slightly emotional, said that never again would Akwa Ibom be divided, and never again would Akwa Ibom stand in the way of the progress of an Akwa Ibom son.
The good people of Ikot-Ekpene Senatorial District, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, I stand here on behalf of the government and people of Akwa Ibom State to bring you very warm felicitation on the occasion of your reception by Ikot-Ekpene Senatorial District. And my presence here as the governor of Akwa Ibom State, by the grace of God, conveys the wishes of government and the whole of Akwa Ibom on this very wonderful occasion. We'd like to thank the people of Ikot-Ekpene Senatorial District for coming together to welcome you home. When a man is celebrated at home, he will definitely be celebrated by outsiders. And this is the statement Ikot-Ekpene, and indeed Akwa Ibom State have made today. That we value you at home. We appreciate God for what God has done for the entire Akwa Ibom people. Your ascension to becoming the Senate President from Akwa Ibom is a celebration for all of us. It is my determined and avowed commitment that as Akwa Ibomites, we will continue to celebrate all our sons and daughters that God has raised in their various fields of endeavors, because they fly first the Akwa Ibom flag, and the Akwa Ibom blood runs in them. So we'll stand by them, we will celebrate them, we will support them. And that is why we are here today.
Senator Akpabio, who was the epicenter of the 2-day celebration and endorsement, thanked the people for the uncommon love they've lavished on him. He specifically thanked the governor for honoring him and pledged the support of the National Assembly to him and the state. The Senate President also advised Governor Umoino to hold on to God. The visit to Government House by the former governor and the reception, which turned out to be an endorsement for another, were two significant events. For the visit to Government House, it could be recalled that the outgone government, which Akpabio played a role in midwifing, declared him a persona non grata to Government House. And so the former governor was not allowed access for 8 years into facilities he labored to build. For the endorsement, it means the people have begun to see the dividends of his representation and wish to put him on notice that they still want his services.
Great people of Akwa Ibom, my brothers and sisters, this is Godswill Akpabio. Governor of Akwa Ibom said, inviting me to Government House with my colleagues to pay a courtesy call. Your Excellency, I don't take it for granted. Sometimes when you become an ancestor, after you have left government, people run away from you. There was a time I could not even pass Government House gate. Not because I wanted to, but I was a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I wrote a letter for a courtesy call. I gave it to my wife to go to your Government House and submit. She was left at the gate for 5 hours. The letter was never taken from her. She sent it by post and it was never acknowledged till today. Without prompting, you invited me and my colleagues. So don't be surprised that I turn up. I could have said, I'm the number 3 citizen, I should choose where I go. But I came there, I thought I was coming to honor you, but you turned around to honor us and my colleagues. On behalf of the senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, they want to say, Governor Emmanuel, well done. Kudos, carry on, that God is leading you. Am I not the man that turned boys into men? Am I not that man? Am I not the person that gave you the first international airport? Am I not the man that gave you the first flyover? Am I not the man that gave you the first digital government house? Am I not the one that gave you the best deputy governor's lodge in Nigeria? Am I not the man that gave you the best governor's office in Nigeria? Am I not that man that gave you the best dualized roads in Nigeria? Am I not that man that gave you the best international stadium in West Africa? What about your international hospital? What about your international ICT center? Am I not the one that gave you the first underground pipe jacking drainage system? Am I not that man that made it possible for the entire South to be flooded and Akwa Ibom was exempted? This is your governor. Former Governor of Akwa Ibom said, 2007 to 2015, this is your uncommon performer, Godswill Akpabio. I'm not reporting for duty. You send me to go for duties on your behalf. I will never forget the uncommon love that you have for me. As you have loved me, I also love you. I love you, and God will continue to love you.